When the spindle bearing went out on my 2006 Chevy Silverado the other day, I did what probably most people do. I went to YouTube to find videos on how to fix it. Well, the first thing I found was that everybody has a different way. So this video is going to be kind of short and sweet and to the point, and it'll highlight a couple of methods I found on there that really make the job a lot easier. The first thing we're going to do is to remove this ABS sensor cable. There's an electrical connector right up in here that will unhook, and then there's a couple of clips that hold it down on the frame. We'll remove those. Now if you break one of those or all of them, it's no big deal because the new cable actually includes those new clips. Now you can see that one actually broke. And when I put the new one in, I'll show you how you can fix that so that you can get the new one in there again. The next thing we're going to do is remove the brake caliper assembly. Now a lot of videos on YouTube show that you need to take out 4 bolts. 2 that are actually holding this part of the caliper in, and then another 2 that hold the entire assembly onto the frame. Well, you don't need to take these out. The only 2 that you need to take out is this one right here, and then the one down on the bottom, right down there. That way the whole unit comes out as one piece. Why take it apart if you don't have to? Okay, one thing you want to do is you definitely want to tie this thing off just to make sure it doesn't accidentally fall down. Now you want to remove this number 30 toric screw, and that'll allow you to take the rotor off of the hub. Now we'll remove the cover on the end so we have access to the spindle nut. The spindle nut is 36 millimeter. Okay, the last couple of bolts that we have to take out are on the back side, and there's 3 of them that hold the hub assembly in. One down here, one there, and then one down on this side. Now that we have all 3 bolts out, the next step is to separate this bearing assembly from the rest of the housing. A lot of videos on YouTube show guys pounding on the back side of this to separate it. Well, they'll spend hours pounding on this thing just to get it loose. Other people use chisels and they try to separate it using that method. I'm going to demonstrate the method that worked by far the best, and it's quick and easy. Okay, on this method, the first thing we need to do is remove just one of these lug bolts. The next part of this method, you take a bolt, this is 1/2 inch diameter, 4 inches long, put it through that hole, put a nut on the back side, and run it right up till it touches the casing. Now we'll put a little pressure on the nut. and get some pressure on there. We'll just take a hammer and tap it. We'll just keep doing that. You can see it's already starting to separate. And I've only been using a small hammer. Total time was about 10 minutes to get that out. I just kept putting pressure on it with the nut and then tapping on it with the hammer. And every time I tapped on it with the hammer, the nut would become loose again, and I just keep putting more pressure on it. Eventually it came out. The guy that demonstrates it on the YouTube video used an air wrench to tighten the bolt down, and he just held the nut in place with a box end wrench. It went real quick and easy with that method. Now we'll just go ahead and clean all the rust up out of here. Okay, I'm ready to run the ABS wire back up through here. But when I took the old one off, part of the clip broke and it's in the hole where the new one needs to go. All we have to do is just drill it out. It's just plastic.